Welcome back, everybody. Strong lead hook, Grizwald, back at it again with some Nioh 2 and Elden Ring. I'm doing a main story mission. I didn't record the first half, and now I am recording the second half. And Grizwald is getting ready to fight Radon. He's getting ready to do the Radon fight.
I'm trying to do this without summons. We'll see how that goes because it's going to take a lot of practice to learn not to get hit. But my character is pretty overpowered right now at this point in the game. He's actually, the recommended level is like 70. My character's level is 162. But instead of just like focusing on one particular stat, I really spread my points around with this. That's the way I wanted to play it for this sort of build. And once again, I do cheat to get ahead on the leveling because I want to play the way I want to play. Yeah, I have to go talk to him. All right, here we go. Talk to this fellow. Hey, SLH, do you hear my wife talking it all in the background?
I do not.
She doesn't believe me. All right, here we go. Right, he can hit you every time. So I didn't know you're trying to get to him on the horse, and he hit me every time. So I'm gonna have to figure out not to get hit like that. But my character was messing him up pretty good once I got close to him. I guess I am pretty powered up.
You have to be fucking kidding me with this shit. That is nonsense. Fucking
What's your issue? Are you dying too?
yeah. But it's not even fun. Like the level is not even creative. It's like yeah, let me just
All right, made it to the second phase. Time to die. There he goes. Okay. Damn.
I've been using now I'm gonna have to change my talismans to ones that help me fight rather than help me find the good loot, which I did not want to do at all. Didn't want to do
But
that.
that's.
Now I'm gonna have to.
I think in games you have to decide like, well, what are you trying to do at that moment? Are you trying to fight or are you trying to farm?
Uh, well, fight.
Yeah. So sometimes you gotta put the farming aside for a bit.
It's like I gotta run all the way the fuck back here. Where? You know, when you, that's what I don't like about these Souls games. Is like they'll put some pretty unfair shit in the game,
Oh
and then
shit!
every.
I beat him. I'm sorry. I was in
No,
my
you're
own
good. You're
world.
good.
I didn't even
You're
get to
good.
the second phase. So they nerfed him, or did I make a mistake? Yeah, they've nerfed him. That's not like it used to be. My character is pretty overpowered though. Nah.
You know, if you can't make the game fun and hard at the same time, I'm just gonna cheat. Like I'm just gonna cheese it. I don't feel bad about that. It's like if you're gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat. It's like you put like four the shooters up there just shooting you while you. I don't feel bad cheating. I don't feel bad about talking shit about your fucking game. I don't feel bad about cheating your motherfucking game. Get the fuck out of here with that.
So what? Why do you say they're cheating? What? And how could you cheat back? What are you doing that you're not supposed to be able to do?
Well, what they would do in the game is just like put spots that you can't reach and somebody's just shooting you or whatever, or put enemies like around corners. There's a lot of mechanics in the game that put you at a disadvantage, and they try to compensate by giving you more souls, and they try to compensate by giving you items that could really help you. Number one, like your Estus flasks in most Souls games, like 10 to 15. At the bare minimum 10. You got like 9 over here at the max. And they try to frame it like Dark Souls 2, for example, right? Dark Souls 2, you got these the health drops where the health drops from enemies and you can just heal like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the flasks suck in Dark Souls 2, but you do get the health potions that drop that you can heal from. And you can carry as many as you want and you can heal as much as you want. That's actually a good mechanic in Dark Souls 2. In this game, it's not like that. Where you have to pick up your health. You can't upgrade your health. And you got to pick them up and you can only carry 8 at a given time. So it's like the success of my gameplay depends on whether I get to pick up the health on that point, right? Like if they drop the health, then I get to continue. If they don't drop the health, well then I'm shit out of luck. But again, like
You're
gonna
just
be
it's not really well balanced.
yeah, like you're gonna be cheesy with the game, then I'm gonna cheese the game. I'll just do the same thing. You know?
So I feel like this has been building up the way you're talking right now. Like it's just been like coming. You're finally like, screw it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the reason why is because the game could have been so much better. You know, the game is great, but it could have been so much better. Could have been way better. You just like this was. Did you really have to take it to that degree? What is the logic behind what you did? See, like right now, they're gonna put a rocket launcher guy that can shoot you behind a big guy that you have to fight. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit the big guy from afar. It completely. I'm not gonna run up there. You know, that's nonsense. See, now I'm just shooting him with arrows instead of going up there to fight him because it's dumb. Nah, I'm
Nah, I
just
get
being.
it, and yeah, that's not a fun way to fight.
Nah, I'm just being a fucking crybaby. In all honesty.
Well, if you don't like the mechanic about the game, the way it works, I mean, that's something because you want the game to be fun when you're playing it, right? Challenging, hard, that's fine, but not like hard for a very just mind-numbing reason. Even Souls games will have that aspect to some degree, but then once you get past it, you feel so good. But that's there's some fun in it, and it's methodically making it through the game. You should still be able to progress forward as long as your skill level's good enough. Waiting for you.
Yeah, I mean, most of these Souls games. That's why Bloodborne is considered to be like the best Souls game of all time, is because you don't find stuff like that in that game. Like you're not gonna find the game is really hard, but you're not gonna feel like you got cheated. You know, you're not gonna feel like, oh, this was unfair. But the game's real hard, but you just don't get that sense of like, oh, this was a very cheesy way to kill me.
Right.
When Souls game developers are running out of ideas, they make it unfair because they can't think of anything else. But Team Ninja has been dropping the ball for years. Ninja Gaiden, Wolong, you know, Dead or Alive. They hit the jackpot with Nioh 2, and it's like, why did you stop doing what you were doing? Why did you stop?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, I think it's a dumb move to go off what makes your games what they are. Like, if it's a working formula, until people are just tired of playing it, you should stick with that formula. You know, you can play with it, you can add to it and stuff, but you got to keep the formula good. There's too many developers try to do stuff that's just that's the Dragon Age game that just came out. It's horrible, and I've been a Dragon Age fan for a long time, and yeah, I can't do it. And they didn't stick to their formula, what made them such a great developer at a time. And this is the same people that make Mass Effect, and there's a few other games they
Yeah,
make.
why?
These series used to be so good, but
Yeah, that is really that's that is strange. You know, they all of a sudden did something like that.
well, a lot of the people that worked on those names aren't there no more. They still have some people, but and then those people left because of creative differences, a lot of them, and that just tells you where the world is. There's this in this regard, the gameplay might be decent, but they've just pushed this formula off on you that gamers don't want to play. The people who make Nioh are the ones that made Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, and Dead or Alive. You know that fighting series.
I know it, but I don't play it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's them. Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden. So you can see that these developers, you know, they're a hit or miss type of people. They're a hit or miss type of people. They're definitely not from software for sure.
Right.
They're not on that level.
But they got Ninja Gaiden come out this year. I really hope the hit. I do because I enjoyed the 3D Ninja Gaiden. It's hard. Games don't translate very well to 3D from a 2D era. They were so great. Ninja Gaiden was one. The very first one was great. The second one was really good, and then they just fell off. So we'll see what happens.
Like this level, for example, it's not that I didn't want to fight all those monsters. I wanted to fight them, but if you destroy this object, all those monsters go away. And I did not know that. And it's like, what was the point of that?
It also looked like you had just this tight corridor to come around and no way to get up there and just have fun fighting them. So then it's like it takes the fun out of the game sometimes. I can see that. Now I'm just gonna go do some side stuff. I'm saving Rykard for after I go to. I'll get close to fighting the what's his name, the giant, fire giant. I'll fight Rykard right before I'm ready to fight him because there's mission I need to do for Volcano Manor in that area. And that is some of the fun in a second playthrough or even a third playthrough is now you can play the game any way you want. The first time you play it through, you just go for that genuine discovery of everything. You probably miss out on some things. All right. I can make it some. But that's just a small thing, right? Like you're having fun playing the game overall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
The story of this game takes place like just a little bit before the first one. So there's a certain point in the game where the timeline crosses over into the first Nioh game.
Are you able to follow that story pretty good? It's not hard to understand.
It's a little hard to understand. What I know is the guy that I was working for, he's dead.
Yeah, I wanted to go finish the first one. I did like the first one. Yeah, it's like this area I just dropped into. You had to be real careful where they were going to swarm you from both sides. But there's a way to do it, and you can see it. You just got to play with the game mechanics the right way. And that's fun to do, that is. But if they get you, you're going to die quick.
That's in Lanedale, right? The sewer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got them albinaric, the ones that hear you walk in, they'll run up on you. But then there were rats on the other side, and there's a hand around this corner I can see.
Alright, so it looks like there's been some changes. I can now do 3 soul cores at the same time. We're also moving on to a new map. There's still a few more main missions that I have not streamed for you guys yet, which I think I'll be doing right now. I'll go ahead and start on that. But let's watch this first.
千代殿だったとは流行りすぎたようだ。徳川が家臣服部半蔵にござる。ここはまだ敵地。我らは藤吉郎の追っ手を足止めしておるのよ。時は稼げた。まずはこの場を離れようぞ。ほほう、我ら逃げ玉と同じ気配がするの。信心より生まれ、人に寄り添う我ら逃げ玉。そして怨念より生まれ、人を喰らう新玉。この二つの均衡をなくしては世にあるすべての生は成り立たぬ。長き戦乱で怨念が募り、新玉ばかりが勢いを増しておる。このままでは均衡は崩れてしまう。天下太平がために戦う徳川に力を貸すがよい。案ずるな。わしがついてやろう。気に入られたか。続きはかけながら話そう。我ら伊賀衆が手を配り、家康様は無事に三河へ戻られた。しかし徳川が陣立てを整えるのはまだ先になろう。藤吉郎に対抗した織田の旧臣たちはことごとく敗れ、ついに柴田勝家殿も劣勢に追い込まれておる。そこで徳川に代わり勝家殿を助けてもらいたい。勝家殿の居城は北の庄。ここ伊賀より山を越え近江の北へ向かうがよい。勝家殿、そしてお市殿を救えるのはお主のみだ。
I have a lot of a lot of stamina, but my recovery sucks. So we are
Once you get
gonna.
it back.
You can, but that I didn't level up that stat either. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on our key pulse, and we're gonna farm up a little bit actually. I am not in a position to really upgrade my gear.
Back on the tree.
Ah, Ryomen Sukuna, Jujutsu Kaisen. Mm. I'm gonna start working on that magic build in the next playthrough. Oh, we got a few more side missions here. What else didn't I complete? It says it's incomplete. So what haven't I done? Might be this one right here. How do I do this one? Training mission? What training mission? I don't know which one that is. So I didn't know this, but even though the weapon categories are relatively similar, there's slight differences. Like this is a very slow weapon right here compared to something else. Maybe I'm imagining it.
If I can take care of it. manageable small.
All right, we got 5 minutes left. Grizz, I've been talking a whole lot during the segments, so why don't you take up these last 5 minutes that we have?
I say, just speaking on the Lord. Very important people come to Christ and know who He is. God sent His one and only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to us. He is God, but is also different. And Jesus Christ was a perfect man. He lived a perfect life for us. Something we can't fathom. We don't have to do no works. All we have to do is believe and have faith. Our faith is what matters in Christ and whom He is for us. That is that He was crucified, blood was spilled so we might be saved. And then He rose again 3 days later to fulfill prophecy. And
Talk a little bit closer to the mic.
His second coming will be soon. It will. So if you don't have the gospel and you're not saved, right now is the time. It is. You don't have to be perfect. Play your games. You can go out. You're going to do things that are wrong. You're going to be a sinful man. That doesn't mean you should want to be. But that's the world we live in. We have these fleshly bodies, and you can't do nothing about that. That's what you have. You just do the best you can and give your faith to Jesus Christ. He will save you. He will. That's what gets me through every day now, because it's hard. It's hard. I work so hard and I'm just tired, but I have a great life. I do. I'm very happy and thankful for everything I have.
Yeah, if you look at the world today, I tell my girlfriend all the time, it's like, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the world was an incredibly different place. That's why a lot of Christians at my age are saying that, at our age, is saying that we're in the end times, because this is so I can't describe how different the world is today versus what it was when you and I were like 10, 15 years old,
Oh yeah, it's that much different. It really is.
Um,
And it's not getting any better. And but there's something I was gonna say. I forgot what. But oh yeah, the end times. I do believe we're in the end times. Not just because it always feels like end times, but when you look at the Bible and you read it and you go for what it is, I think it's 7,000 years is a thing, and we're at like 6,000. Then we know we're gonna have 1,000 years in the millennial kingdom. So I just think we're close. And I'm not saying tomorrow, it could be tomorrow, but it's going to be in a generation or two maybe, but it's coming. It's coming.
yeah, it's just in the air. You can feel it in the air. Um, One example is, back then, if you believed in aliens, you're a crazy person. But nowadays, it's just like the norm. People are just, it's just something people believe now. It's like, oh yeah, a lot of people have come across, they've seen it, like in New Jersey with the drone situation. I mean, everything is just crazy. Look at society as well, with the things that were going on in our schools, the woke movement, 20 years ago, something like that was unthinkable. To bring that to the schools, to the kids, that's unthinkable. Nowadays, there's pockets of places that where that's the norm, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane. It is. It's like how can you be confused about what you are as a male or female? That's just, and it's even more than that. It's just these are things we know. This is not confusing things. We don't need this in our lives. Nobody does. Don't do that to yourself.